Namaste, beautiful people. Michelle here from Soulshine Yoga and Reiki. And today we're going to talk a little bit about our sacral chakra, which is the second one up. We talked about the root last time. The sacral chakra is associated with the color orange. We're going to be working the chakra today mostly with oils, but I am going to give you a few yoga exercises with it this time. So the sacral chakra associated with orange, it also is the element water. It governs the fluids in the body, the circulation, sexual issues, emotional trauma is very much stored in this area, which is often the hips are the largest muscle group. And there's a lot of emotional tension that's in there as well. So it's kind of like that same area. It affects the adrenal glands, your kidneys, your intestines. It's located from the upper pelvic basin to just below the navel. And this is probably the most common chakra that people have problems with, blockages, imbalances, any kind of emotional trauma, physical trauma, sexual abuse. Those emotions are stored in this area, as well as just sexual issues. This area, I think of it as the chakra of birthing. Of course, associated with birthing children, but also with birthing ideas, whether it's music, art, creativeness, but like really having that good flow. So one thing you can do to work your sacral chakra is color, draw, listen to music, create something beautiful that brings you happiness. That process of creating really is good for your sacral chakra. So we're going to talk about oils that are good for your sacral chakra. Clary sage, rosewood, patchouli, peace and calming, harmony, inner child, and forgiveness. I use a Young Living oil because it's really important to have a quality oil in your toolbox. You don't want something synthetic or diluted, preferably pure and organic. The nice thing about Young Living is they sustainably harvest, and they're very conscientious about how they go about even farming lands and things like that for the environment. And in other countries and stuff, they're just very conscientious about their workers even. So today I picked Peace and Calming. It's one of my very favorite oils and also one of my son's. And Peace and Calming has got tangerine, ylang ylang, blue tansy, orange, and patchouli. And blue tansy is one of my very favorite oils. If you've never had a chance to smell it and you get a chance, smell it, because it's just an amazing smell. So most of my favorite oils have got blue tansy in it. So we're going to do this with an affirmation that I like to do this sometimes before I do a yoga practice or a meditation. I'll use oils that are kind of for the things that I want to work on. So I'm working on my sacral chakra today. I'm going to use Peace and Calming. I am going to use the affirmation, I am creative. I'm going to take a drop. There we go. And I'm going to rub it in my palm. I'm going to inhale. And exhale. On the inhale, as you sniff in, think I am, and then on the exhale, create it. You can say it or you can think it. Inhale, I am. Creative. creative. I am creative. Do 2 more on your own. From here, we're going to do a few exercises that are good for our sacral chakra. Some of these also are good for the root chakra. So they're kind of in that area together and they work together. So if you would like to join me on the mat, we're going to come onto our backs slowly and mindfully. Our knees will be bent. We'll bring the palms of our feet together and our knees out wide. I learned this pose as cobbler pose, but some people will call it butterfly. Your arms can be out at about a 45 from your body, or wherever you're comfortable. We're just going to breathe. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Nice, deep, relaxing breaths. Exhale. Do a few more like this. This pose applies pressure to the adrenals and the kidneys. Has a multitude of benefits, but just pertaining to our sacral chakra, our adrenals are super important. And the sacral chakra governs the adrenals. One more breath here. Bring your knees together. Your feet will be flat on the floor. Bring your knees up, your feet up, wherever you're really comfortable, but your feet are off the floor. And you want to rock your legs from side to side, rolling the lower back on your mat. You're actually massaging and rubbing those organs in the back, and the glands. Could go around in circles. Make sure you go the other way and keep breathing. Inhale back to center and bring your knees into your chest. Hug your knees, lift your chin toward your knees, and really pull your knees into your chest. You're applying pressure on the organs in that area, massaging and detoxifying. Release everything flat to the mat. Stretch your arms overhead. Your feet pointing towards the opposite end as if someone was pulling you in two opposite directions. One more breath here. Bring your arms down by your side. Make sure your shoulders are flat on your mat. Bring your knees up, your feet flat on your mat. From your thigh area, really engage and push up into bridge. If you have a block and you want to put it supported under here, that's very nice to do. Getting adjustments as I do this. Just a few more breaths. One more like this. Release your buns to the mat. Inhale, bring your feet straight up to the ceiling. Pivot your heels towards each other and then away from each other for an internal, external rotation. Sacral chakra governs the fluids, and a lot of the fluids run on the inner side of the leg. So we're getting those moving. Keep breathing. A couple more breaths here. On your next exhale, release your legs to the mat. Knees bent still. And from here, we're going to do a couple rock and rolls forward and backwards. We already did side to side. So we're going to lift our legs and we're just going to rock back and forward. Very carefully, not to drop anything. One more of these and then rock yourself up. Another sniff of that lovely oil. Thank you so much for joining me today in a little bit of sacral chakra work. The energy within me acknowledges the energy within you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. See you next time.